Welcome to the Joy of Cruising podcast with your host, award-winning author Paul C. Thornton, a weekly conversation with the amazing cruisers featured in the Joy of Cruising books, comprised of The Joy of Cruising, Cruising Interrupted, new release, The Joy of Cruising Again, as well as other fun, informative global cruise personalities. It's the next best thing to cruising, hearing about cruising from the unique and diverse perspectives of Paul's amazing guests. If you hear about a cruise that interests you, book it at www.thejoyoфvacation.com or enter to win a free cruise for two. Again, www.thejoyoфvacation.com. We really appreciate your feedback, so leave us a text. Paul can't reply, but he may read your text on the air.
Hello, passionate cruisers. This is Paul. And I am delighted to welcome back this week on the Joy of Cruising podcast, fun couple, Scott and Tom, creators of Vitamin C UK. They were on a year ago and were a lot of fun, and I can tell from Instagram that they have sailed more fun cruises, so we want to hear all about them. Vitamin C UK's credo is sailing the 7 seas and rivers, 2 Hawaiian shirts at a time. We're here to show that there's a cruise line for everyone, shattering the image of what some believe cruising is. We choose cruise to embrace new cultures, new food, try new experiences, and see what the world has to offer wherever the sea laps the shore. I met Vitamin C UK on Instagram via The Joy of Cruising podcast account. Our mutual interest in cruising was obvious from the beginning. What made Vitamin C UK captivating is that they always seem to be fun, happy, and embracing the moment. I'm sure you have heard some variation of "there's no such thing as a bad cruise." Well, Scott and Tom seem like the poster boys representing that ethos. Indeed, they describe themselves as a fun, happy couple that both have a passion for travel, adventures, and embracing new cultures. Rather than focusing on the amenities that a ship has, we show ourselves enjoying them and what you can actually do on a cruise holiday. They have full-time jobs, but have been able to carve out time for themselves to cruise the world. I love to keep up with them on Instagram, where through imagery, they epitomize the joy of cruising. And they certainly have gone on some great cruises since we spoke last year. So let's hear all about it. Welcome back, Tom and Scott, to the Joy of Cruising podcast.
Hello.
Hey, good to be back.
So how you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, good. We're getting the last of the summer, literally the last day today, and then winter's arriving. So we're getting as much sun as we can.
Yep. Well, you didn't mention, are you like a 4 seasons? Do you have much of a autumn?
Oh, 100%.
Well, we have 4 seasons in one day most of the time in the UK.
Or just rain. Yeah.
Okay, because summer's ending here similarly, and we're kind of shifting into fall.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be too cold yet. Yeah,
no,
it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Dark nights are starting to come.
Yeah. So before we discuss what Vitamin C UK has been up to since we last spoke, for our listeners who are new, tell all our listeners about yourselves. Where you each from, where do you live, what's your professional backgrounds, anything you would like to share.
Tom, the one with hair. About me, we live in the UK, in the kind of south of England, near London. What do I do for work? I work for an international airline. I'm head of design, designing the cabin interiors. So that's what I do for a job. And yeah, just fell into cruising really at a young age and met this one, and he liked it too. So we did more.
Became a thing, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm Scott, the bald one. My job is skincare background, but for eventing, retail normally. So a bit of a mixture for a big skincare brand, American skincare brand actually. And my passion is just holidays. What we do in the spare time is get away as much as we can, and to do the social media, right?
Mhm.
And we launched a new website, so we've got everything else going on too.
Yeah, it's been in all the plates.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's a great passion to have for both of you. Remind us about your cruise backgrounds. First cruise and the progression until where you are today, which is cruise fanatics.
So I first started cruising when I was probably around 7 or 8 on the original Star Princess. It was a Caribbean cruise. As a child, it was just the most amazing thing ever because you just got all this freedom. And then the first cruise we did together was Norwegian Spirit.
Old Spirit.
Yeah, before it had its refit, around Croatia, Italy, that kind of neck of the woods of the Mediterranean. And then I'll pass it to you.
Gosh, I used to work on cruise ships many, many, many moons ago. I think I was 24, 25 on Royal Caribbean. I did 3 ships, Legend, the Navigator, and Radiance. And I did that for a while and then came back on land. Didn't do cruising for a while because you kind of need a break after that long stint of working on a ship. And then, like Tom said, we met and did the first cruise together with his family. And then I think the second cruise we did was in lockdown. It was called a staycation, and I think it was on Princess.
Princess again, yeah.
Sky Princess?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Sky Princess. And we did 4 days at sea. We met this guy, Pete, and he said, oh my God, you guys should blog or do YouTube. And we went, well, why not? We'll give it a try. And then
here we are.
2-3 years later, it's turning into something a bit more than a hobby.
Yeah.
Which is good.
It is good.
Now, first, Scott, you were working on ships, and then you came back. What caused you to stop?
Missing family, friends, a lot going on at home, and it's a lot of hard work on the cruise ship. So if you enjoy it, then it can be a massive career. But I think I did it just to get away for a break and have some fun and work and travel the world. And then I came back to the real world, I think, because working on a cruise ship is like fantasy. It's like its own world. Cruise ship is its own world in one place. It's bizarre. But you meet some great people, which I've still got friends with today, which is the great thing about it. And you see the world.
The other question I had, I can't remember the name, but the gentleman who said you guys should blog. Pete.
Cruising Pete.
Cruising with Pete.
Yeah.
Cruising with Pete.
Yeah. Why do you suppose he said that?
I don't know.
Did he? Now, I'll tell you what I first recognized in you guys through Instagram, which is how, what made me invite you on the show, is just you exuded fun in all of your photos. You just seem to be like a walking promotion of the notion of the joy of cruising.
Ocean of the ocean. Yeah.
And so what was it that made him say that to you?
We were sitting in a hot tub. It was a really hot day, 1 or 2 glasses of champagne. I think we were just having a chat and being ourselves and then taking pictures. And I think it just saw the bubbliness in us when we're together and the excitement we had just being on holiday and being again. So I kind of think that's what he kind of saw, really.
Yeah. Yep. So kind of the same thing I saw.
Yes. Yeah. And going back on that, is all our pictures aren't photo cropped and stuff like that. It's 1 or 2 pictures, post, done. It's about the moment, and that's what we like to make sure that everyone sees and knows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, we had you on here a year ago.
Wow.
And following you on IG, it looks like you are on a cruise all the time.
I
We wish.
I know that's not the case, because unlike a lot of popular cruise personalities like yourself, you don't do this full time. You have jobs. But so you haven't been on cruise all the time, but it sure looks like it. So tell us about each of your cruises. Give us some highlights of your cruises since we last spoke.
Gosh, this year we started off flew to India. We stayed in India for 3-4 nights.
Yeah.
boarded Celebrity, as you know, is one of our favorites, on our old ship Millie. And we did India to Singapore. So we did Singapore. We did Mumbai, Goa.
Yep. Colombo
overnight,
which was good. Hambantota
Hambantota for safari,
and then over to
Phuket, Sri Lanka,
Penang.
Yeah.
Then down to Port Klang,
and then
for
Singapore,
Kuala Lumpur,
yeah. and then Singapore.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It was epic.
Yeah, that was like we went with mum and dad,
Yeah.
Tom's mum and dad. So it was a very full-on cruise. There's no rest, but it was definitely a bucket list.
And if you could click on our picture and you could feel the heat and the humidity,
It was next level. We got to see so much and experience so much, and we got to do it on one of our favorite ships as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
our first celebrity ship.
First celebrity ship.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing itinerary. So did you guys in the stops? I'm sure you ate local foods.
Yes,
we ate local food. But like we said, we was in India, Mumbai for 3 or 4 days. So we stayed in one of the Taj hotels. So we experienced that.
That was good.
Goa, we went to a local. It was kind of like an Indian fusion food, wasn't it?
Oh gosh, I have to remember that.
It's like tapasy bits, but Indian
yeah, it
style.
was, yeah.
And then we just tried all different spices, all different foods. It was epic.
It was good.
There's a lot of places we'd like to go back to.
It's one of those places where you really have to kind of throw yourself into it.
You've got to do.
It could be really daunting at first, but you just got to embrace it and go with it. And the majority, all of it was safe.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like
India was next level, full on crazy, but in a good way. But you've got to be prepared for that. Even getting off the plane at the airport was like, oh my God, where are we? What is going on?
Yeah.
But then when you go to like Sri Lanka, it's much more calmer and everyone was friendly, but different countries had their own little parts.
Sri Lanka was amazing.
Going on the train
with the open doors, going along a train along the beach, walking on the train tracks.
Yeah,
all the colonial buildings,
cows on the beach,
the elephant.
It is
mind blowing.
What's name another port?
With Kuala
Lumpur, yeah,
that was good. It's the only thing to bear in mind is the Port Klang that you go into is a fair distance away from Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, you can either get a coach that's laid on by the cruise line, any cruise line. It will be expensive. We got the train in. You can get a taxi in. The train was all right. It just took a while.
Yeah. Kuala Lumpur's wasn't my favorite place.
No, it wasn't my favorite.
But there's a lot to see and do. We went up the stairs up to the Buddha, so that was fun.
Yeah.
We went to W Hotel and had a few beers and so we could see the tower. So that was nice. But it was very hot. So you got to be prepared for the heat.
The heat, definitely.
So you're probably better off doing, I'd say, a tour on a coach with its air conditioning.
Yeah, if coaches.
But if not, just jump on the train and walk around. But it is very hot. But
it's so easy to get about, and like they have their own version of Uber and everything. So and you can literally get a tuk-tuk on an Uber, which was mad. Yeah, which was cool, and they're fun to do.
Yeah.
You tell me again where it disembarked?
Singapore, which has got to be my favorite city. Pretty much.
Wow. So tell how long did you stay in Singapore?
2 nights.
2 nights. But I've been to Singapore many a time back when I used to be flight crew. It's a fusion of East and West, where you've got the Asian culture, but you've also got kind of Western culture there too. You've got your skyscrapers, but you've got kind of a melting pot of Asia with all the different kind of Indian culture, but you've also got Southeast Indian culture. You've got the Thai culture that's there, the Malaysian culture that's there.
It's not cheap though.
It's not cheap. It's expensive.
So just save a few pennies.
Yeah.
To enjoy it as much as you can.
But then you can go and eat in places. You can go from one extreme to the other. Yeah, the hawker centres where you can get food, which are like food markets, or you can go to the other extreme, which we did, where you can have afternoon tea at Raffles Hotel. There's Universal Studios. There's Sentosa Island with
where we stayed.
Beaches.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to go back and experience a few more days and then fly off to somewhere else.
Yeah, it's an amazing country.
How was the ship? You've been on there before, as you said.
Do you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Love Millie, as we call her,
Yeah,
but I think we would have preferred a bigger ship to have a few more restaurants because it was what 13 nights.
yes.
Yeah, so
Oh, that's long. Yes.
yeah, it was long. So you kind of got the main dining room and then a few others, but the ship was good, full of English people, which you wasn't
Actually,
expecting.
no, not expecting that at all. We got there, and I think it was over 50% of the ship easily
Was English.
were British. Yeah.
It was. Yeah,
Was it full to
Yes.
your
Yes.
knowledge?
Capacity, yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, but the sea days, I think people just chilled because it was hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Millie's a good ship, but
I love her, and I will always love her. But I think
we're edge class now.
now we've done Edge and Apex
We're edge class
a couple of times. Yeah.
I've been on Millennium. It's nice, but as you say, 13 days. That's kind of hard to imagine on Millennium.
But you do a lot when you're in Asia.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you go all the time. But yeah.
So what was next?
What was next? Oh, we went to Paris, didn't we?
River cruise.
We did.
Riviera.
We celebrated Riviera's
Birthday.
which was really good. We were on one of their ships that was docked on the Seine. We did this amazing thing where it went as far as it could up the river, and under the bridges that it could possibly get under, and then we stopped and had like champagne toast while the Eiffel Tower was doing its glittery thing.
Stuff, yeah.
That was cool. It was nice to do a British
river
cruise that's aimed at the British market, because we've done Viva before, which is aimed at the international market. It was nice to do something different.
And it's easy because, again, you can get the Eurostar. You're there in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then they picked us up, took us to the ship. And then,
they really looked after us. It was good. Yeah.
So did you do a land portion in Paris?
No, we just literally got there, boarded the ship, 2 nights, kind of exploring the ship and enjoying their birthday celebrations. And then we went to an Egyptian museum, wasn't it?
It was well, yes, but no. It's where the famous Van Gogh exhibition came from, where you were immersed in Van Gogh's work, where it came to life around you. That exhibition moved on, and it was an exhibition about of Egyptian art. It was really immersive. It was cool.
Yeah.
And
then
and then we went to that amazing restaurant.
Yeah, and we had like steak and what did we have for dessert? It was very French.
Did I have the dessert? I don't think I remember the ratatouille, and I remember the steak and the frites
and wine
and the red wine. Yeah, but I don't remember. I didn't have the dessert. I don't think.
And then again, we had a DJ in the evening and danced the night away.
Yeah, that was great.
And you say you had been on a river cruise before, right?
Yeah, on Viva.
Yes.
Viva 1, Viva 2.
Yes, Viva cruises.
So and this was Riviera. How did they compare?
Riviera's very classic, I would say.
Well, I think it's important to say that
different markets.
They're in different markets, but the ships are owned by the same company. So they felt very samey. Into the layout, but the Viva ships that we were more modern,
and the rooms were a little bit bigger. I thought,
well, they felt bigger. Yeah, but it's just the different kind of cultures. Even though Viva's aimed at the international market, because it sells in Germany and a lot of their customers are German, a lot of the entertainment is very European. And when I say European, it's not British is different from that. It's a different kind of style of entertainment.
Whereas Riviera would be more for the British market.
Yeah, and you could see that difference.
And the food.
Was different.
But they're both good in their own way. So, we need to get back on Viva. Try their new ship.
Oh, we need to try Viva on the Douro.
Yeah.
At some point, definitely.
Yeah. And the good thing about Viva is they're very focused on the LGBT as well, which is good for us too.
Yes.
So that's their market as well.
Yeah.
What was next?
Actually, that's a good segue. Actually, that leads us on to something we did after Viva. There's a website out there called Sailorways. We presented an award.
So we were invited we were judges for Sailorways magazine. I mean, Sailorways magazine, yes.
Yeah, it's Sailorways. It's an
Sailor's
online magazine.
Online magazine. And we were asked to be judges on there. So we did an event underneath the what's it called?
Oh God,
Oh
what
my
is it
gosh, the
called?
Globe.
The Globe.
Where Shakespeare.
Yeah,
Shakespeare's Globe underneath there. And we got to present
I'm sorry. Where is that?
in London. So it's they recreated Shakespeare's Globe, the traditional theatre with like a thatched roof.
Yep.
And then underneath it, there's like an event space, and called the Underglobe.
Yeah.
And all the different cruise lines were there from the industry. So you had Princess, you had Celebrity, Virgin, Viva, and we were.
It was a different concept on awards, though.
Yeah.
They're trying to shake up the industry in a good way.
Yeah.
So they'd have a category, but more than one cruise line could win an award, because you can have 5 cruise lines that are so different, but they should all be winning an award for the same kind of thing.
And the way I kind of explained it was, if you have Carnival, and I don't know, Oceania in the same category for food, let's be honest, Celebrity does an amazing burger, and you can't knock their burger, and you can't say it's not amazing, because it is. But Oceania do amazing kind of fine dining and gourmet kind of food. Now they're both great.
You saying Carnival makes it
Yeah, Carnival, yeah. Carnival. But they're both amazing in their own way. So how can you possibly say one is better than the other? Because they're good at food, but good at food differently.
And different people like different things, right?
Yeah.
So we got to present the LGBTQ plus award, and we got to present Celebrity.
Yeah.
So they won that award. So that's the next steps we did.
Yeah.
So is that in the current issue or an upcoming issue of Sail Away magazine?
It's published already,
and it's online as well.
So it was Sailorways. It was Celebrity Cruises 1, Viva Cruises 1.
There's loads of awards that
but they all won in the same category.
Yeah, same category. Yeah. We can share the link with you.
Okay, what was next?
Where did we go? Was it Silversea?
Was it Silversea next?
Must have been.
No, it was Hebrides Cruises.
Oh, Hebrides! Oh my God! If you ever come to
now, they're out of Greece, right?
Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah. Okay. I've heard of them. I'm not real familiar with them, obviously, since I thought they were out of Greece.
No, so the Hebrides Cruises. So it's like the Hebrides Islands, and we got the train. We flew up to Glasgow, got the train from Glasgow to
Oban.
I called it Oban, and then I got told off because it's Oban. And then we picked up this, I'm going to call it a yacht.
It is a yacht.
It's a yacht. And as soon as we got there, we met the owner's mum at the bus stop where we were waiting to board. We met these old Nikki, this lovely lady as well, and this older couple.
Yeah.
And we literally, it was 6 of us, 7 of us. 7 of us. And I can't remember his name now, but he likes otters. And Mark.
Yeah.
And then we literally boarded this yacht, and the welcoming was like you're walking into your in-laws' home where you're feeling really, really welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Champagne on arrival, hot towels. And we literally sailed into, the Scottish Isles, I'm going to say. It was like the imagery. If you think of the mountains, think of a kilt, because that's where kilts idea come from, which we learned.
The colours.
So the colours of the kilt come from the colours of the mountains. And you get to see dolphins, whales, otters, mountain goats.
It was amazing.
But one of the highlights was, because it's one of your favourites, with the island where everything changes.
Oh yeah, we went to this island where basically when the tide goes out, it appears. And we got on a rib, and we went to the island. We set foot on it, and it was just magical knowing that nobody else would ever kind of experience that island as you experienced it. Because when the tide comes in, it all kind of disappears. That was fab, and there were Canadian geese
there was
flying around, and
sea lions.
Now, what was the name of this yacht?
Lucy Mary.
Lucy Mary.
Yeah.
And honestly, what was good about it is we're not normally good at sitting around with like other people at the dining room, at the table. It's not a kind of, we find like too traditional.
Yeah.
But we sat down, and I think what made that cruise was the people we were on board with.
100%.
We sat there, we laughed, we shared experiences, we cried. There was emotion. It was I think what made it was being with them, because I'm welling up now, because it just made everything perfect. And the food as well was amazing. And the captain had dinner with us as well.
How many did it hold?
Maximum of 8, but there were only 7 on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was really yacht.
Small.
It wasn't like a.
It wasn't a yacht.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, I was thinking you were going to say 60, 70 people.
No,
it
really
was-
small.
it
The
was-
smallest we've ever done. We probably ever
but
will.
I would love to do it again.
Yeah.
Honestly, would love to do it again.
And I would just tell anyone to do it because it was just magic.
It is magical.
Now, how long was it? I know it was just the Scottish Isles.
Did 3 nights. It was kind of like a teaser cruise. So you kind of do that to test the water, to see if you like it. But they do longer ones as well. And they've got 3 other ships, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they do it as a kind of, you're going to cruise into this area. And then depending on the weather and the conditions and where the wildlife are, like the minke whales and the otters and stuff, you will go to find them. So you never know really where you're going to end up. Like we were moored in these coves with like abandoned Scottish castles in the background, and it was cool.
And you get to do, what do they do in the Antarctica?
Oh God, you did that twice.
Well,
didn't you?
Nikki, I still thank her for doing it. Wanted to kill her at the time. It was freezing. What was it? April.
Yeah.
It was raining. It was windy, and she made me jump in to the icy cold water. So that was definitely a bucket list tick, because it was
Good. It was good.
so cold that I couldn't breathe, and I think I screamed and probably
You did.
I may have cursed a few times as well, and then there was a whiskey waiting for me at the end, so it was all good. But yeah, it was epic.
Amazing.
Wow. So what was the highlight of the
food was
food?
amazing.
The chef was amazing, because he came out and explained all the food. It was funny, and it was all fresh. It was just perfect.
And yeah, it was all locally sourced. And it was just being able to pop your head into the galley and see him preparing it. Could you remember the lamb chops?
Yes, they were. But it was just like a little family. You could go anywhere. You could talk to everybody. Everyone was friendly. You're walking along the side of the ship, holding onto the rail because you've not got a deck. It was just
lamb chops was the highlight of the food, and then
Oh, and the breakfast as well. The Scottish breakfast in the morning with the porridge, and then the kind of the full Scottish breakfast.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner was just everything was amazing.
Great. Oh, and tea time.
was wine and cocktails included?
They weren't
Dinner.
included, but in the dinner they were.
Yeah.
But the rest of the cruise, no. But they were very affordable.
Very, very affordable.
I'm like, yeah, I was actually shocked when the bill came. I was like, really? Okay, I'm happy with that. But yeah, it's definitely a bucket list if anyone wants to do it.
Yeah.
We're giving them to it.
Yeah.
So for something like that, you spent. I'm asking. You spent most of the day off the yacht, right?
On it.
On it, actually, most of the time on it.
Really?
I think it's on the weather.
Because you were in search of
Sea life.
and the wildlife. And we did spend a day in Tobermory, which for the UK, actually, I don't know if it went to America, but the UK viewers, Tobermory is where they filmed the fictional children's TV show Balamory. So you saw all the houses that I remember seeing when I was younger. So that was cool.
Yeah. It was a cold day. We managed to have fun.
So you spent most of the day on the yacht. What did you do? How'd you spend your time?
We'll be right back.
The Joy of Cruising podcast guests receive a gift sponsored by GigSky of a 3 gigabyte cruise plus land data package valued at $60. Relying on ship Wi-Fi is slow, unsecure, and sometimes not available. And at foreign ports, travelers don't want to pay their carriers high fees. GigSky provides a solution that will save them a significant amount of money. To get your own data package usable on the ship or in ports, here is my link to GigSky. https://gigsky.pxf.io/NLOXOR. This can be found in the show notes below. For a 10% discount, use the code Joy of Cruising.
Drinking whiskey, keeping warm, talking to the people we met, because this lady Judy, who lives in the island of Mull, who's written a book. She brought up what, 4 or 5 boys, was it? And her husband looked after boats as well. And there was a lighthouse. It's just her story and her life was good to listen to as well. So, and her son was the captain. So it was just, everything just was fitting into place. So it kind of was like a whole experience.
I think the book was called The Island Wife.
The Island Wife.
Yeah.
We're plugging it for you, Judy.
Yeah.
But she's lovely things, and
she did sing, didn't she? That was amazing.
It was magical. And I don't close off. I don't relax. And for me, I sat on that boat, and I remember Judy going to me, "Penny for your thoughts," and I went, "I don't do this." I sat there, and I was just in my own world, taking it all in. I had tears. It was just magical. Yeah.
Did you have Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
No,
we didn't use Wi-Fi because we were close enough.
Yeah, we had phone signal the whole time, which I didn't expect. I expected to go off into kind of this kind of black spot and be completely like just dark and not have the phone and be an escape. But we had it the whole time.
Not that we used it much.
Oh, so you just use your regular phone. Okay.
Yeah.
But we didn't use it because it's all about the moment. And it's, oh my God, there's an otter. Oh my God, there's a wow. And running out and everyone's looking and getting excited. But yeah.
Yeah.
What was next?
That would be Silversea.
Silversea.
Now, Silversea, when I hear Silversea, I think of like ultra luxury.
It was
you got that right for sure. Yeah. They we met them at the awards and they loved what we did and they said we'd be a great fit and they invited us on actually. That's cool. And we flew to Venice, stayed in Venice overnight, and then we boarded the magnificent Silver Ray.
Yeah.
It's the brand new ship. I think it launched in June.
Wow. So the Silver Ray?
Silver Ray,
she's got a sister ship called Silver Nova.
Which is in Alaska at the moment.
Which is in Alaska. So she does Alaska and Ray does the Med.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Now, how many does that ship hold?
7. I think it's like 700. Don't quote me, but I think it's around
the
700
mark.
But every room is a suite. Every room has a butler.
Oh, wow.
Every room has a minibar that's included.
Oh, yeah.
Going on that.
Every day you can have caviar.
Every day you can have caviar. So we boarded, we went to our room, we met our butler, because everyone's called a butler. They showed us around the room. We had a suite, which we was not expecting. It's like the size of a 1-bedroom flat.
Yeah, well, in London, yeah, it is.
We walked in, we were like, wow. Massive room, separate bedroom, separate walk-in wardrobe, separate bedroom, bath, shower, separate bath, toilet. It was next level.
Oh,
and then he goes, "How would you like your fridge filled?" And we were like, "Sorry." He goes, "Choose your drink." So I went, "Whiskey, gin."
Oh, we had a whiskey
and he said champagne. And 2 hours later, full-size bottles of gin, whiskey, champagne.
And you've got the champagne every day.
Sparkling still water every day. Yeah. Laundry was included.
That was good.
Breakfast in the room was next level. It's tablecloth, it's dining service, lunch. We had dinner.
Oh my goodness.
It's butler service and it's just tick.
Yeah. And the ship is this amazing design where it's asymmetrical. So they've, instead of it all being linear down the middle,
like a typical one,
pushed everything out to the side. So the funnel, the smokestack sits on one side of the ship, and areas on the front sit on the other. So it really opens up the ship, and all the spaces are so much bigger than normal.
The swimming pools to the side, the back of the ship isn't just straight. There's a
It
staircase
kind of
going
meanders
round.
yeah.
There's a fireplace at the back. One of our favourite spots, so we're getting excited, can you tell, was we've got a restaurant on the top deck. What's it called?
Oh, the marquee.
The Marquee.
Yeah.
And for me, it felt like I was sitting in Greece, Croatia,
It did.
or Italy. It was like all outdoors, couches, very Mediterranean feel. Everything was from the grill, from the sea. It was perfect.
And the hot rocks that they did. So they, for steak or seafood, they bring out this hot stone essentially, and then they bring you out the raw meat, and you cook the meat. And that was great. That was good fun. They put a bib on you and everything.
Yeah.
And the pizzas. Oh,
the pizzas were good.
Really good.
What we love, it's because thing is, I think why we liked it more as well is because you can feel celebrity on there.
Yeah.
So it's the same group. And we think if you've been in the retreat on Celebrity or the Edge class, you can feel parts of her on Silver Ray for sure.
See the same team on it.
It's just, I think that's why it flowed for us. And it was just, and it's, sorry, go on. Go on. It's very much more relaxed environment as well.
Oh, it's just chill, completely chill the whole time.
We didn't even see many people all the time, did we?
No,
except for the
restaurants.
ship
never felt crowded ever.
No.
It was so easy to get a sunbed. It was so easy to get a drink at the bar.
Everything is included. There's a few up charges for a couple of restaurants, but every drink is included. All your food's included. Excursions are included. You get the right package. It's
and the one thing you must do if you ever do Silver Sea and you need to book it the minute you book your cruise is Silver Note.
She was amazing.
It was just the most amazing experience ever. It's basically dinner, and I don't want to call it dinner and a show because that makes it sound cheesy.
Dinner experience.
It was this woman that had this most amazing voice, and she sang jazz. But she would take requests while you're eating, and you kind of ate these kind of tapas-sized items off a menu, but they were from all around the world, and they were just the way they were presented. And her voice was just
she made it next level.
It was so good.
Now, how long was your cruise?
7 nights.
A week,
What was the itinerary?
So it was Venice to Venice, or Fusina, which is a bit of an odd one because now the ships don't call or they can't dock in the port in Venice. You check in the port of Venice, and then you get on a coach, and they take
15 minutes.
15 minutes. It doesn't take too long. Well, you go past one of the shipyards, and we saw Norwegian Aqua, I think it was, being built. So you could see that being built as we went over to it.
It was a smooth experience.
It was really smooth, really quick, really smooth.
Who did Croatia? Dubrovnik,
Split,
Hvar, starts with Z. Zadar. And then there's an Italian port.
Yeah, Trieste.
I think so. Yeah. It's very hot again. I think because in August, if you're going to go in August, it's hot and there's a lot of walking and it's a place where you want to indulge in the history and the food and the experience because you go to some very amazing places.
And you say excursions are included. What was your favorite excursion?
We didn't do any excursions because we wanted to explore ourselves because that's what we like to do. But if you get the right package on Silver Sea, there is a lot of excursions.
They do a couple of options. So they do door to door, where they literally pick you up from your front door and take you to the airport, and then you get on the flight, and then they pick you up in a private transfer, take you to either a hotel, then pick you up in a transfer and take you to the ship after you've stayed overnight, or they take you from the airport to the ship. You can do the all-included in I can't say the word now, excursion package, where you're literally just paying for the excursions and I think potentially the flights, but they don't do the door-to-door bit. And then you can do just port to port, and you don't get the excursions included. And that was the kind of the rate we were on.
Yeah. But everyone else was doing excursions, and what I liked about it is they had, because there was quite a few overnights, they do evening ones.
Oh yeah,
and I was gutted because I did want to do that, but we did a lot of other stuff where you go with, I think it's Croatian family, and eat their food while they're cooking it, and then it's in the evening, so you get to experience the true Croatia.
Which leads me on, actually. They do, when you were saying you go into people's homes and you cook, they do a very similar thing on the ship. It's called SALT, which stands for, it's an acronym, but it stands for, testing me now, Sea and Land Taste.
I think so, yeah.
They've got a restaurant on board, which is included, and all the dishes change depending on where you are in the world. It's never the same menu, and it changes night on night. We ate some really nice Croatian dishes, which was really good. Soup, it was like a goulash, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But really fresh, really nice. And then they have a bar, which is the salt bar, where they do all these amazing cocktails that are inspired by the ports that they go to around the
We
world.
got told off because we kept ordering gin and tonic.
Oh yeah, we did.
Like, right,
that note, we're
I'm making you a cocktail.
And then there was the Salt Lab, which is this cooking school, and they do dishes from the port that you're in. And we did this amazing Italian dish, didn't we? That was made out of, was it mackerel?
I think it was fresh mackerel.
Fresh
Yeah.
mackerel
Yeah.
and bread, and it was really good. And the instructor was amazing. She used to work for Holland America. Her name escapes me, but she was such a bubbly woman, and she made it really, really fun. So even if you don't like cooking, she really
It's
made it
worth
really
it,
fun
yeah.
and interactive.
It's a different type of cruising, but it's
different style.
if you can afford to do it,
Yeah.
or you want to save up to do it, I think it's much more relaxed. I don't think it's going to be like a Celebrity or a Holland America kind of cruise where it's a bit more lively. It's much more calmer.
Yeah. I think it's kind of up to you in the day, isn't
Yeah.
it? You just go at your own pace in the day.
Yeah.
Don't expect activities around the
In
pool,
the evening,
things like that.
no, it's very relaxed. Like
Very
being in a
chill.
nice luxury resort hotel.
Was that
Yeah,
your first
yeah.
time experiencing like a 5-star cruise?
Yeah, and we'd love to go back on them if they're listening. Yeah. They do Antarctica, and
Oh my God, that is now our dream cruise, to do
that's
Antarctica
yeah.
and go on one of those ships that literally plows into the ice sheet and just you walk off the ship and you're
Well,
on the
I
ice.
hope they are listening. You certainly have. You certainly have done a great job of selling it. And let me put up my hand, Silver Sea.
We'll take you too. We'll take you too.
It's high up on my bucket list.
I think it's number one spot. Number one spot. Yeah. And then what
we
did
done
we do
that?
after that?
We did Alaska.
We did Alaska with
We
Holland
did
America.
Alaska a week later.
Yeah, we did.
A week later than
It was
Silver Sea. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Holland America invited us on. And what's she called? Cunningsdown.
Cunningsdown, yeah.
And again, completely different experiences, completely different ships, completely different parts of the world. We've got a soft spot for Vancouver because we've got some friends there.
Vancouver.
We didn't get to see my friend, but we're going to go see her next year. We're going to do a land one.
Yeah, we
Put it out
are.
there. But yeah, Holland America again. We had a great experience on them. Vancouver, up the
Inside Passage
Ketchikan, Juneau, Skagway,
and
which glacier?
Glacier Bay, Marjorie Glacier.
Marjorie Glacier. So yeah,
That was epic.
Did you ride the Yukon Pass Railroad?
Yes, we did.
we did that.
Yeah.
Our first tour. This is like next level.
Oh, it's amazing.
And if you ever get to go to Alaska again, save your pennies because when we got to Juneau, and we were very lucky with the weather, it was like t-shirt weather.
Oh yeah, it was like blue skies.
We got picked up in our little minibus, and the Moose came with us.
Yeah,
And we
McKinley.
got taken to the airport. Do you board a helicopter?
Yeah, you bought a helicopter.
Board a helicopter.
After you've been all suited up and you
All
got your
suited
boots
up,
on and everything.
And then they flew us, gave us a little tour over Juneau and stuff, and then we landed on a glacier, and we hiked for 2 to 3 hours up the glacier, drinking fresh water,
Putting our head
putting
under,
under the waterfall, looking over what they called the big gap.
Oh, I can't remember, but they were scary.
Yeah.
Mulans.
Moulins. It was next level.
Yeah, and you kind of hear the ice creaking while you're on it as well.
Yeah.
And it is like being in Frozen.
Yeah, and just standing on the ice, the glacier, and then seeing the helicopter leave you was like,
Oh, that was surreal.
it was like something out of a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been lucky. We've had some good experiences in the last 8-9 months.
Yeah, I learned when I went to Alaska, I learned on the flight home that my wife wouldn't mind doing a helicopter excursion, which I never would have figured on my own. But she volunteered that, so that's a good excuse to get back to
Yeah, and
Alaska.
amazing.
do the seaplane in Vancouver as well. We did that first.
That was really good.
So what was
So,
that?
yeah. So when we got to Vancouver, we go to our favorite place for a beer and a burger,
The
Cactus,
Cactus Club Cafe.
which overlooks the bay, and you got the mountains in the background. And in the morning, we did the seaplane.
Oh no, we went Dutch before that.
Oh, did Dutch
we went
pancakes.
to the Dutch, which is the Dutch pancake house, which looks over all the seaplanes.
And you have to have a Caesar,
Yeah, a bloody Caesar.
a bloody
Yeah.
Caesar. So it's
Clamato juice.
tomato juice.
Yeah.
And then we boarded the seaplane, flew over Vancouver, went around the ships, landed, got the suitcase, boarded the ship. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And actually, contrary to what people say about Vancouver port
It
being
was
absolute
easy.
chaos, it was one of the easiest ports we've ever done.
They've changed it to everybody that about Vancouver. You
Mm.
don't drop your suitcases underneath anymore. You take them with you to check in,
Yeah,
and then they take them off you. So it's all changed.
it was really quick.
Yeah.
We were on within 20 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I've been to the Vancouver port, and it didn't seem chaotic to me.
Yeah,
No,
that was good.
I think they've listened to everybody's
Yeah, we did a
Homework.
city tour after we disembarked, and yeah, I loved the city. That's for sure.
Yeah, we walked and did the boat.
We
hop
went
around
over
boat,
to, what's the name of the island?
something island.
That's helpful.
Yeah. Where the food market.
So when you take the seaplane, you didn't take that you didn't have your luggage with you, right? You did that the
No,
next
we left that
day.
in the hotel.
Left it at the hotel, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I think it cost $80 Canadian dollars.
Mm.
Mm-hmm,
It's about
mm-hmm.
£6. I think.
Mm.
Might be wrong, but yeah, don't quote me.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot. Anything else?
It's good. And that
We've got one next month P&O.
What's P&O?
on Avia. We're taking two of our girly friends that have never cruised before.
That'll be good. It'll be nice to show them. Well, it's the sister ship to Carnival's Mardi Gras and Celebration, but it's very British on board. Not as British as Cunard, but British, if that makes sense.
Have you guys ever considered organizing a group cruise?
No.
No.
You don't you don't see that in your future?
I feel like we're not there yet. I feel like it's YouTube followers would be more up for that.
Yeah.
We've been invited, actually. Actually, I'm talking rubbish because we've been invited on a lot of people reach out to us and ask if we'd like to join them on cruises. There's
Yeah, they
a
have
group of
actually.
them.
We get that quite a lot.
But it's-
But ourselves doing it? No, we haven't.
No, I think when it comes to vacation time, it's more we want to explore it and have that time because we have to use our own annual leave. I think if
Yeah.
we did it as a full-time job,
It'd be different.
I think we'd be able to do it more, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a growing trend in terms of influencers and bloggers and
Yeah.
content creators. They're all
Yeah,
kind of
I'm seeing
the
that,
names
yeah.
kind of run together in terms of having group cruises. But you're right. Most of those folks are full time.
Mm.
So you said you had P&O booked. Anything else booked?
That's it for this year. We're doing.
That's it. I think we've done quite a
We've
bit.
done a lot. We've got.
Oh, actually, tomorrow we're boarding,
We're doing Ponant tomorrow. Lisham.
which is another luxury cruise line.
Yeah.
Like
which we-
a cruise, a ship tour?
Yeah. And then on Sunday we board the huge Sun Princess.
Yes. So her inaugural visit to the UK.
We've been invited to that.
And that's a ship tour as well.
But
That's
we're in the afternoon till early evening, so they're
I think
making
it's a
a
good 12
big
hours
event.
forward.
I think
that's
bloggers
gonna-
have been
that's-
invited.
Yeah.
that should be fun.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, I can't wait to go on Sun. I've already pushed it back. I was scheduled to go in April, and due to circumstances, I pushed it back until the winter. But actually, I'm kind of glad I pushed it back because they have this area. What's it called? Area 19 or Deck 19,
I don't know.
where they've got an area that they can't open.
Oh.
It's supposed to be like like a kids area and like a zip line or walk
Oh,
off the
that.
side or
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, a whole area that apparently they're gonna have to redo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's very little. I understand there's very little open on that deck. There are some things open, but I'm pretty sure it's called Deck 19 or Area 19.
We'll let you
We'll have a
know.
look. Yeah.
Yeah,
Find out.
yeah. I'd be interested. So I figure maybe by the time pushing it back, maybe by the time I go, they will have redone that area.
Area, yeah.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it because we've seen. I think Sky was our last one.
Yeah.
We're different. I think it's the next big thing.
Yeah.
Really.
And
Yeah.
Princess was my first ever, so I've always got a little something for them.
And then on Monday, we've got
We're losing
Virgin,
our virginity. We're going on Resilient Lady.
Resilient Lady.
Yeah. Well,
So update us on what's left on your travel bucket list. You certainly have one you can cross off, ultra luxury.
And for me, it's Antarctica. I think Alaska's amazing, but I want to be immersive with the animals and the icebergs. I just think it's just going to that part of the world is next level. Yeah.
Antarctica. Okay, what about you, Tom?
For me, I still want to do go back to Hawaii and do that, but I'd rather go to like Bora Bora or French Polynesia. But I've also recently been seeing things on YouTube of like being able to go on a river cruise in the Amazon. That looks cool. I would like to go in and just.
Who does that? Uniworld.
I think Uniworld. I'd like to go and do things that people don't think you can do on a cruise ship and actually see the world.
Yeah, I feel like that's what people want though. They want experiences.
Yeah.
And I feel like people don't know you can do that on a cruise ship, and that's what I feel like our new angle could be.
Yes. It's always been.
It's been our angle, but I feel like a bit more because I think being on Alaska, you got the taste for doing the excursions.
Yeah.
And then being on Silver Sea, I feel like that's kind of an experience in itself.
Yeah, but also we've got more of Asia to do. You want to do Japan,
Taiwan,
and do that area. So
and I need to get to New Zealand as well and Australia.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. All of those that you named are on my bucket list.
Yeah.
But I still have to check off, a helicopter excursion like you guys did in Alaska, and then again, well, Silver Seas would probably call me after this show. So
I'm sure they will.
Okay, before we let you go, just as before, some light, fun cruise questions, but they changed for your second time on. So, and I'm sure we're going to have you back because I'm sure you're going to have your.
Yeah, so we'll come back. Yeah, no, we love doing this. We'll come back anytime.
Your next year of cruising is going to be
Fingers
even
crossed,
more
yeah,
amazing
fingers
than
crossed.
what you just talked about. So I'll have to come up with questions for your third time on. But for your second time on, let me first say I previously asked you about favorite cruise drinks and food. Have you discovered anything new since we last spoke that you want to recommend to the listeners?
I did. This is Silver Sea's fault. I did enjoy the caviar, and I wish I'd had it. I wish I'd had it more. I only did it once, so that was a tick.
Now let me ask you: I love caviar. Had you had caviar before
Never.
Silver
I'd
Sea?
never had it before.
I tried it a long time ago. I think I tried it on Emirates Airlines.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
No, it was an experience, and they did it in the right way with white condiments and accompaniments and the
Pearl spoon.
the mother of pearl spoon,
Yeah.
and it was fab, and with a glass of champagne.
And champagne.
So yeah, it was good. It was good.
How about any new unforgettable or funniest or embarrassing moments?
I think funny was, hang on, we did Cunard this year.
Oh, I forgot about Cunard.
We did Queen Anne.
Yes, we went on Queen Anne.
That was funny.
Oh,
'cause
the
we danced
new
the
one.
night away.
Oh my god.
And it was a very late night.
It was a very late night. That was good.
It was good.
That
Yeah.
shit's amazing.
Yeah, that should have been on the top of your list, Queen
Yeah.
Anne.
It's because it was a day thing.
That's
overnight.
It was
that
overnight.
suits you. that suits you well because you guys like to wear tuxes.
We do, but do you
We're
know
relaxing a bit
what?
more.
I'd rather wear a blazer, jeans, and t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the way the industry should go.
And it is going that way.
Keep it classic, be
Actually,
cunard.
that's the one thing with Silversea. Everybody thinks everybody has to dress up. No,
No, you can wear chinos, t-shirts, blazers. It's very casual, smart, and it's not what everyone thinks it is. It's a bit like celebrity. You don't need to. You dress smart, casual.
Yeah. Resort casual.
Resort casual. There we go. Resort.
So let me ask you my questions that I ask repeat guests. You guys have a huge following. So welcome to the many fans and friends of Vitamin C UK. So that your fans and friends can get to know you better, let me ask you some questions I like to ask repeat guests. So tell our listeners and your fans what's playing these days in your Bluetooth speaker, headphones, or however you consume music.
Mine's easy.
God,
Mine's Pink. I love Pink. Trustful, her whole new album. We saw her in concert this year, so Pink and Rag and Bone Man as well.
And I usually just have to listen to what you're listening
But what do you listen to in the car? Oh, Disney.
No, well, sometimes.
It's musical.
When I'm on my own,
It's musical, magic musicals or art musicals.
Okay. Well, you might have just given it away, Scott. My next question is, what's the last live concert you attended?
Pink.
Pink.
She was amazing.
Tom's first time seeing her.
Yeah, she was awesome.
She can sing, she can dance, she can perform, she's real, she's sympathetic, she's tick, tick, tick. She's just the perfect artist.
The thing that surprised me though is I knew more words than you did.
I never remember them. I'm rubbish at the words. I make them up in my head. I can't hear the words properly on the music.
This was in London? Was that
yes.
at Wembley or
Tottenham Stadium?
Wembley? Yeah.
Stadium.
Because she came last year, but I didn't get a ticket, and I was gutted. But we got one this year.
Well, this might be an answer that's self-evident based on what you said. Who's your favorite music artist of all time?
Mine changes all the time. I never keep one. So I'm very fickle.
I like all different ones at the minute. I like Pink, and there's one that Celine Dion got me on, and I'm gonna have to find it because it was in a Amazon movie.
Oh, it was in that.
And I think the song was such a good, and I need
in the documentary she did about her I can't remember the name of the condition.
about when she was getting
the brittle bones. No. She sang a song by an artist.
It's Who Am I? And it's I can't read that.
Wind Starts,
and there's a song, and it's called Who Am I? And I've listened to it on repeat, and at the minute I've got so many different artists. It depends on the moment for me.
And I'm just fit. I'll listen to anything within reason.
Well, who's your favorite actor or actress?
What's his name out of Bridgerton? I can't remember his name now.
Well, you can't like him then.
I do like him. Well, you do yours.
The guy from Bridgerton?
The hot one.
See, I'm useless with names, and I don't know that I do have a favorite one.
Who's yours? Who's yours, Tom?
I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite one. Again, I'm fickle with that as well. And indecisive as well, which doesn't help.
Well, here's an easy one. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh, I've got two. One of them, Stepmom. Actually, I will say Julia Roberts is up there, and so is Susan Sarandon. Stepmom is one of my favorite films of all time. I will watch it and watch it and watch it. And if I want to be cheered up and laugh my head off.
Are you going to say Bridesmaids?
Yeah, Bridesmaids. They're bringing out a second one apparently, so I can't wait.
Yeah. See, I'm a bit more darker than you. I like Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, really?
I just love those kind of those kind of movies. But then I do like my What did you just say? Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids.
And I got his name, by the way. It's Jonathan Bailey.
Jonathan Bell. Okay. Well, your movie choices jive with mine. I love Bridesmaids and I loved Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, there's something about it's him, Anthony Hopkins.
Well, Scott and Tom, thank you for coming back on the Joy Cruising podcast, and all the best to Vitamin C UK. As I said, we'll see you again. You guys are living life. I tell you, to see two full-time employees and still cruising like you're cruising. And the itineraries that you're going on and the ships you're going on, I got to stop talking to you guys because I get too many bucket list ideas.
That's the whole point.
But take care, and as I like to say, we will see you on the ocean.
See you on the ocean.
The Joy of Cruising and Cruising Interrupted, each $16.99 plus shipping, and new release, The Joy of Cruising Again for $18.99, can be ordered at the link on thejoyofcruisingpodcast.com. For each of the 3 books, use the discount code Joy of Cruising Podcast and get $4 off. The Joy of Cruising books are also available at Amazon. Order the ebook at Amazon or your favorite online retailer. Stay in touch by joining the Joy of Cruising Podcast Facebook group or following the Joy of Cruising Podcast on Instagram. We're constantly adding new shows. Please leave a review and tell a friend about us. We hope you enjoyed this brief escape to the ocean. See you next week.